Hello and welcome to this tutorial on how to use Shule Pepe's online learning platform. This is from a student's perspective. So to open the platform, you need to have your browser installed, preferably Chrome or Mozilla Firefox. Open your browser. On the search bar, type in shulepepe.net. This is the landing page that you will see. Once you get here, click on the login. Use your username and your password to log in. This is the first page that you will see on your dashboard. Remember, there's a timeline here. So enlarge that. It will show you all the upcoming activities that you have. For instance, today there was a Swahili lesson scheduled. There's a Swahili exams scheduled as well. This shows you the users that are already available. It's important to note that there's a calendar as well. In this calendar, whatever is highlighted means it's an important day. For instance, on the 23rd, there's two exams, one for Swahili and one for math. On this, on your dashboard, you'll be able to access the courses that you should be undertaking for your specific class. For instance, in this specific page, I am accessing the Standard 7 page dashboard. So I'm accessing Standard 7 courses as well. If you scroll, you get to see all the courses that are available for that class. Now, let's pick a class so I can show you how to join. For instance, say you want to join the English class. So you click on that. Once it opens, you will notice that there's an announcements section. This is where all announcements that the teacher has to make will usually show up. And then after that, you will notice that you have topics and subtopics for whatever it is that you want to access. So for instance, week 1 of September, you have subtopics for vocabulary, phrasal verbs, questions, things like that. So if you wanted to access week 1 classes, you click on any of them. Now at this point, you will also notice that the dashboard on your left has gotten bigger and it has more options to it: participants, badges, competencies, grades. At this point, the important thing to note is these grades. Because once you open any course, for instance, the way we've opened the English course, if you want to see whatever grades you have for the English course, this is where you come. Because of the new curriculum in the CBC, you don't get to see test results for combined classes like maths, English, Swahili, and things like that. What you get instead is course-based test results. So this is based on the English course. If I had taken any quizzes or any exams, this is where the results will show. Now, another important thing to note is that this is auto-updated, which means because you're doing the course online, and the teacher will also mark it online, once the results are available, this will be auto-updated. That's another important factor that you might want to consider. Also, there's the course total here. So probably, like, say, end of year, you'll have the course total for all the exams that you've taken and the average score that you had. Again, this is subject specific. It's not for like combined courses. This is just for the specific course that you're checking on. Now, if you'd like to go back to your class, you can always come here and click on this English, or you can use the back button here. Now, something else that I wanted to point out is that the icons here are different. The icons for exam is different. The icon for notes is different. but also there's one more that shows live sessions. This one. This is a live session. If you don't attend this live session and that class ends, then you cannot access it again afterwards. You don't have that liberty. You just have to be there at the designated time. For instance, for this class, I have to wait for a moderator to join so that I have the access to join the session. If the class had already ended, I would be seeing something different here. Let's find a class that has already ended. I can't seem to find a class that's already ended for this specific course. So while we're here, let me mention one more thing. Exams will be scheduled, and you can see that they're scheduled, but until the date that they're scheduled for, they're restricted. You cannot access them. You cannot see what that exam is about. Basically, this is to curb cheating. So it's there. Yes, you have an English exam on the 25th of March, but it's restricted, so you don't know what the exam is about. Something else that you might want to note here is that this exam that will be available on the 25th of March is available for 12 hours. Because this is an online based learning platform, the 24, actually it's available for 12 hours, not 24. Those 12 hours give you flexibility. You can pick a time. Say if the exam is scheduled for 8 a.m., but you're not available at 8 a.m., however, you are available at 2 p.m. It gives you that flexibility. You can access the exam on the same day within that 12-hour duration. Something important to note here is once you start that exam, once it stops being restricted and you have access to it, and you start the exam, you cannot leave your browser and then come back. The system will automatically assume you're finished and submit the paper for you. Now let's go back and find another subject. I can go back to the dashboard here. Say this time I pick maths. Again, you'll notice the announcements. You'll notice also that this dashboard has changed, and the lessons as well, the topics and the subtopics. So that live class that we talked about, this conference has ended. This is what you will see if you miss that class. You can't go back and rewatch the video. However, something interesting to note is, remember the icons we talked about? If a teacher pre-records a lesson and uploads it as a video, you can always play it. The icon will look something like this. So this was the icon that wasn't there. So the lessons you can access are this in note form and these ones in video form. But for these live classes, these ones you cannot access. The exams will be scheduled. You can see them either on your timeline here, and it tells you so this one tells me I have a class, or I had a class for 10 today. When you want to join a session, if a class is not in session yet and you're allowed to join it, you'll see this. Because this is a trial session, I can access it at any point. So I can join session now. And then we wait for it to load. Once it loads, this is what you'll see. How would you like to join the audio, with a microphone or listen only? It's advisable that you pick the microphone, and I'll tell you why. So we join this using the microphone. Allow. Gives
You
you
are
the
currently
option.
the only person in this conference.
Gives you the option to test audio. So once you've tested it, you come back here and you mute
You are now
it.
muted.
The reason you want to mute is so that the background noise from where you are doesn't affect the rest of the classroom, because remember, this is online. So it's not just you, there's the teacher, and there's other students in other areas, with probably different backgrounds. So you mute your microphone. That way you can hear the teacher. And if you need to answer something, say if they ask a direct question for you, then you unmute,
You are now unmuted.
you give your answer, and then you go back to
You are now
mute.
muted.
And then you go back to mute. This allows the class to take place without too much outside interference, and everyone can hear. Now, another thing that you might want to note once you land on this page is that we generally don't recommend the use of video. Just the audio is fine. As long as you can hear the teacher, that's fine. Now, if for whatever reason your mic is not working, or you can't hear the teacher properly, or you're having some kind of technical problem, you can always come here and type something. Say you want the teacher to speak a little louder. So you'll say, please speak louder. And then you send. And the teacher will be able to see this. Once they see this, then they'll understand that they're inaudible, or their microphone is not working properly, and they can check on that. So if for whatever reason your mic is not working, you can type here. Okay. Now, when the class is over, the teacher will log you out. When this class is over, the teacher will log you out, because it's usually timed. um that's all I needed to mention for this, and you can leave. So that's what joining a session looks like. This is for those live sessions. So anytime you see this, it means you have a session you need to join. What else have I forgotten to mention? That's basically how this works. I should probably mention, however, that this is for class 7. What I am accessing right now is for primary school, class 7. These are classes for class 7. The ones for high school are a bit different, in the sense that the part for taking exams, there's more space for essay writing. You can give your answer in essay form. So that's the major difference between these two. Let me just log into the high school one, and then we can see what noticeable differences we'll see.